Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial, and in this tutorial we will see how we can send email using Gmail connector in Canvas apps with attachment, because using attachment and sending email it is not that much simple. So my name is Sanjay Prakash and I am a Microsoft certified trainer, and let us get started. So you can see my screen, and in this screen I have designed this Canvas apps, and in this Canvas app I have taken 3 fields and 4 fields. I will tell you how I can how I use this attach file control, because this attach file control is not available in this insert panel, so it is somewhat tricky. So let us first test this. If it is working fine, then I will tell you how I have done that. I'm just giving my email ID here and subject, let's say this is my Canvas app, and here it is the email body. So this is email body, for example, and in here in the attach file, click on the attach file. So it will ask you to insert some files. So I have attached 3 files, and I can click on send. As soon as I click send, it will send an email as I have written the code, and it will notify that email sent. If I'll go here and try to refresh my Gmail, I can see. So the subject is this is my Canvas apps, mail body is displaying as this is email body, and the attachment is display here. Now the point here is, so how I build this. So let us go and check how I build this, because it is not that much easy to create these attachment controls. So first you have to go to Power Apps Canvas apps, and here you have to create new app and use a new screen. I have already created this, but I will tell you, I have already created this screen, but I will tell you how you can create your own application using send email. So I am just dragging and dropping some controls. Let's say rectangle. I am just dragged here, and also I am placing some text labels, and let me change the default text, send email. Okay, now I can change the color to white and make it bold. Right now, next thing is we have to add the controls, right? So the text inputs, I will just drag and drop text inputs. This is one. I will just copy paste. This is the second input, and I will take another input for body, and that's it. So I'll just change the default value as blank and give a hint text as email. Let's say email 2, so it will display email 2 address. For this second also I want to remove the default text, and I'll give subject, and in the third I want to display the mail body, right? So email body, and I will change the edit mode, the mode of the text box as multi-line. So you can insert multi-line, and I can input the button control, right? So this is simple, adding this 3 fields and adding a send button, right? But if you go here and search attach control, you do not find that. So here the trick point comes. So to do that, you have to go to SharePoint, open your SharePoint from your office.com panel, and here you have to create a new site. Okay, I have already created a new site. You can create your own site. Open this site, and inside this site you have to create a list component. You can see there is a list. Now I have already created a list called as products, and the default default column title is added. That set is important, so you do not add more columns. So once it is added, I will go to the Canvas app again and try to create a new screen. Okay, and in the new screen I will just add a control called as form and edit, and in this edit form I have to connect this to SharePoint list. So before that we have to go to this data and search for SharePoint connector, and once you click on add data, then search SharePoint. Okay, Now you have to use this SharePoint connector. Once you use this SharePoint connector, it will give you the connection details, and it will list all the sites that you have created. So this site I have created, I can select this and select the corresponding list to use. Now I can click on connect. Once I have connected this, I can click this edit form and go to the data source and choose the product list. As soon as you click this product list, you will see this attachment control is available for you. Now my responsibility is I will just select the attach file only and cut this, and I will go to my previous screen and paste here. Right now this is my attachment screen. Right, so I have with me the attachment control. Now I will delete the second screen that I have temporarily created. I don't need this. Now in this screen you will see there is a error. Right, now just click this error, go to edit in formula bar. Now just delete everything. Right, everything that throws error I don't want, just delete. Okay, and you keep on doing for every formula that throws error. Now click on this attach file and go to the right side. If you go to the right side, you can see there is option display mode. You change it to edit. Okay, now we have done our form, we have designed. The next thing is we have to rename properly. Right, go to the tree view and select email to, then rename to txt2, for example. Okay, let me change it to txt email 2, and the second for subject I will change to txt subject email. So give a proper sensible name so that you can use properly. And this is for txt body, so txt email body. Okay, and this is this attachment control. Already it is data card value 4. I want to rename it as attachment. Okay, just attach, keep it. Now once it is done, the next important function is to write code for the send button. So if you click on the send button, in the on select you will see there is a false. Right, now in the false you just remove the false code here, and you want to write your own script here. I have already used in that function. Let me copy and explain you what I have used. So this is the screen, and in the on select property I am just pasting this. Right, now first in the send button I have taken clear collect method. Clear collect method actually collects or stores a collection in an object, and before storing that object it actually clears the collection. That's why it is used clear collect. So you are not required to clear every time you collect some information in that collection. So clear collect, the first parameter I have taken the object of the collection. You can take as your own choice. And the second parameter is the attachment control, then attachment. So what is my attachment control? My attachment control is attach dot attachments. Right, so this will give you all the attachments that is selected in the attachment control. Now once the collection is done, the collection object is identified, how many attachments are there, then I can use Gmail connector to send email, and this send email accepts two parameters. First parameter is to whom you are calling. So I want to call txt email to text. Right, and the next parameter is a JSON object. Okay, in the JSON object it is accepting subject property, body property, and attachment property. In the subject I have taken txt body email body dot text, then txt body email body is done. Sorry, this is subject. So txt email subject. What is the name? It is subject. So I have to subject email, I have to use this, and it is txt mail body dot text, right? So this is the first parameter, first property of the second parameter, then email body, then attachment. Attachment is actually a property which expects a table parameter, table object. So I'm creating a table using add columns method. In the inside add columns, I am passing the first parameter, which is nothing but the source. Source is the files parameter, right? Let me change the file new object, and I can use this object here, right? So I am just renaming the files new collection object, and every collection object has two values, right? If you go here, if you go to the collection, there is a name and value collection. If you go to files and go to collections, this is the file new, and it has two columns, name and value, and I want to rename this name to something else. Let me go here. So I am just renaming the value to content bytes, and it is required. So once the first parameter is done for the add column, the next parameter is to define the content type that you are going to attach. The third parameter is the type of the file or type of the attachment. So it is application/octet stream. Now once this is done, now next thing is I am notifying that to display whether it is email sent or not as a notify method, right? So this is important. Now let us check once it is done. Now I can run it, test this. And I can attach some files. Let me attach 2 files and send it. Once I will click send, it will send email to my Gmail account because I have specified my Gmail account here. Now email sent. Now I can go back and check my Gmail. So this will send a new email, and the body is hello and subject is hello and the attachment is attached here, right? Now this is not that much easy, and also that much it is not that much difficult. Just important thing is you have to use this attach control from SharePoint, and in the send button you have to call send email method with proper attachment parameters. Okay, if you change any parameter then it will not work. So thank you guys for your time. I hope it will help you in your project. See you. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe this channel because I am preparing technical videos in everyday basis, and you can also follow my blogs. So thank you. Cheers.